Good morning, April. It's Jay Obertans at Rorick Mazda. So I wanted to thank you again for some of our correlation back and forth yesterday. I know it was a Sunday evening, so hopefully I wasn't bothering you too much by email, but let's face the facts, I don't have a life. So whether it's 8 o'clock at night or on a Tuesday or Sunday, I'm usually dialed in. Now, I figured this might be very helpful to you. So in front of me is a CX30 Preferred. In terms of trim levels in the CX30, there is nearly 6, and this is going to be like number 4.5 on sort of the totem pole of features and kind of high-ups in terms of amenities. Now, running through a couple of things, obviously in the front you might see the headlights have a piercing bluish cast. It is because they're full LED. You'll see that you have your 18-inch alloy wheels. Now, if I walk up to the front here, you're going to notice that this big old emblem here is flat, and then there's the camera on top of the windshield. So all of those communicate with each other for all of your radar-based safety features. Things like the collision avoidance with the pedestrian sensing and cyclist detection, so the car can stop before you hit anything. Same thing with your lane keeping assist. If you're drifting, it can alert you and actually pull the vehicle back into the lane. Even your cruise control, being adaptive, can kind of slow down and pick up and even drive itself in traffic. That's called stop and go. Now, blind spot monitoring is going to be standard, so there's going to be these little indicators that light up in the side mirrors to let you know if someone's traveling alongside of you. And then the good news is, if you're part of the 2% of Pittsburgh that uses a turn signal, they'll beep back at you. Now, same thing with sort of this feature, I guess like little details. So a lot of people don't know, and Mazda doesn't heavily advertise. The CX30 is a joint partnership with Mazda and Lexus. So there's like 15% Lexus in the vehicle. Now, a lot of that is going to be design. Little touches like you'll notice LED tail lights, LED reverse lights, LED interior lights, LED headlights. So just kind of that bright little touch to bring it a bit more upscale. Now, going along to the door here, these do have the advanced key. So as long as the key is in your pocket or bag or purse, you'll just walk up and grab the handle, and then you can just tap the corner of it to lock. Interior-wise, this one has what is called the lapis accents, which I honestly like. You might see that the center console is done in a blue. You have some blue around the door, and actually the top of the dash is done in kind of this almost like, not dark blue, but it's not cobalt blue. It's like a dark cobalt blue as an accent. Now, seating-wise, you'll notice you are having full leather seats. They are going to be 8-way power with power lumbar. And if you and your son, you had mentioned that maybe both of you will be using the vehicle. If you're different heights, you will see set 1 and 2. This vehicle does have the memory seats. Now, the car does have the sunroof. Obviously not a big sunroof as we had discussed like your Land Rover, but you will see pretty standard size sunroof. Dual climate system, so pretty standard. You can set 2 different temperatures on each side. You'll see heated seats are going to be on both sides here. Obviously down here, your automatic transmission, emergency brake. This is sort of the main sort of setup because Mazda kind of studies the Germans in the sense of like BMW, Audi, Mercedes, where the whole screen up here, which is 9 inches across, is controlled down here. So whether you're changing a radio station, even volume for the radio is down here. So right at your fingertips. A little bit of a learning curve, but I will say once it is learned, it's kind of pretty intuitive. Now, you do have USB hookups for things like your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto. Pretty typical gauges, though you are going to have a digital 8-inch LCD in the center. You can actually change it back to project a regular speedometer if you sort of prefer that, or kind of the digital speedometer, which then now shows you things like your distance for your cruise control base. Of course, if I shift into reverse, you are going to see it pulls up a backup camera and among a few other things sort of built into the system, but I don't want to kind of get into that too much, and then it's going to be another 10-minute video here. Everything is push button start. I'm just going to go ahead and shut everything off, and you'll kind of see that this is your key here, as long as you take with you. Now, another interesting thing with our leases at Rorick is they are entirely maintenance-free. Things like all of your oil changes, your inspections, loaner cars, car washes, that's all covered simply as a courtesy for choosing us for business. But I hope this video kind of goes over some of the features that you get with this trim and so forth. And I do look forward to hearing back and appreciate the opportunity, April. Have a great day.